Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video I'll be teaching you the three types of fair value gaps that you have. So a lot of persons don't know that there are three different types of fair value gaps. Okay, we just see fair value gap as a gap that is formed when the first candle of a three candle sequence, the wick of the first candle does not touch the wick of the third candle in a three candle sequence. Okay, but there are actually three types of fair value gaps, and the third candle tells you the type of fair value gap that you are handling. Okay, so it's all about the third candle. All right, so we start with the very first type of fair value gap, which is the consolidation fair value gap, and this particular one is deemed to be is rated as the best type of fair value gap. Okay, so let me just show you how it looks. The third candle will look like a consolidation candle, okay, like an indecision candle. Do you see that? So this is the first candle, this is the second candle. The first and the second candle is not going to tell you the type of fair value gap that is about to be printed. It's the third candle that will tell you that story. Okay, that will let you know that okay, this is a consolidation fair value gap. Okay, and most times your consolidation fair value gap will be such that the third candle is going to close within the range of the second candle, but the general idea is that it will look like an indecision candle or like a consolidation candle. Okay, so that's the first type of fair value gap. It's called the consolidation fair value gap. Then the second type is the one we call the deep retracements. Okay, the deep retracements FVG. All right, so for this particular type of fair value gap, you would notice that the third candle is going to retrace, back into the second candle before leaving the small gap. Okay, as you can see, this is your first candle, second candle, and this is the third candle, which is this bullish candle. You can see it's retraced back, then it's closed, leaving you with that small gap which price later came to fill and sell. Okay, so when you have this type of setup, just know that this fair value gap is known as deep retracement fair value gap, and like I said, it's all about the third candle. The third candle will tell you the type of fair value gap that you are dealing with. So when you do your own research based on the based on the pair you like to trade, you would find out which one works better for you, whether it's the deep retracement fair value gap or whether it's the consolidation fair value gap. Okay, now to the last type of fair value gap, which is also known as bag. Okay, the last type of fair value gap is also known as BAG, which simply stands for breakaway gap. Okay, this is when the third candle closes beyond the second candle. Okay, I think I marked one out like that. Okay, so look at this right here. You would notice that this is your first candle of the fair value gap, second candle of the fair value gap, and this is the third candle of your fair value gap. Now you would notice that this third candle closed beyond the low of this second candle. That's the reason why it is called a breakaway gap. Okay, so it's closed beyond the low of this particular candle. All right, so it's called a breakaway gap or a BAG. As you can see, price came back into that gap and sold. Okay, you can see a swing low is also right here. I taught you something about combination of swing low or swing high with fair value gaps, so you can see why this one played out perfectly. There's a swing low here. If you have not watched the video, it's my previous video before this one, so you can just go and watch it, where I taught a strategy you can use on gold, and it has to do with the combination of swing highs and swing lows and fair value gaps. Okay, so you have this swing low right here, which aligns with the middle area of your fair value gap, and you can see price coming back to tap into that gap, and you have a nice sell to the downside. Okay, so if you learned something new today, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.